Welcome to episode 11 of Geek Gumbo. I am Patrick, and tonight I'm being joined by Nick.
Hello.
Jamie.
Hi.
And Jeff.
Hello.
Always exciting. So how's everybody doing today?
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Did I mention this was episode 11?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
I was just making sure. Alright, well, somebody has a parent with a birthday, so we have to make this quick. How dare your parents have birthdays?
Hey, dude, she made it 50 years. That is a long time.
50? That's it? Damn, I'm almost 50.
Well, I mean, think about it, dude. 50 years ago, they didn't have a Nintendo. Like, how do you even have a childhood? I don't know, man. Rougher times than I've lived through.
That Atari.
Yeah, I guess, and that was in the 80s, right?
That was not 50 years ago.
You know, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
She came up with it. She knows what Pong is. Actually, she got real heavy in the games for a while, and her favorite game ended up being fucking Resident Evil. That was the game got her dragged into it, which, you know,
and then she had you, and it was all downhill from there.
It wasn't actually. What ended up happening is Resident Evil 4 came out. She couldn't beat the fucking shit, so she had to get me to kill everything, because, you know, it wasn't just puzzles anymore. But
did you just like save up all your gold?
So, anyway, so she ends up playing Resident Evil a lot, which is great because it made it one of my favorite games.
Okay.
And it is coming to PlayStation 4 for free for PS Plus users. I don't necessarily think that's free anymore. They raised the damn prices.
And we're confirming this is your flavor, right?
This is definitely my flavor. That was just a very smooth segue. That's all.
All right, what else besides Resident Evil is coming?
They have Resident Evil, the HD, Transformers Devastation. That's your PS4 games. Now for PS3, you have From Dusk and Mad Riders. And Vita is Code Realized, Guardians of Rebirth, Actual Sunlight. Now, I'm not super familiar with your PS3 or Vita games, actually.
I'm not either, actually. When I saw those, I was like, what the fuck?
I'm going to pull this up because it doesn't have a very big... it doesn't have any real descriptions on these games. I was hoping y'all have heard of them.
See, now this is the first time, though, I can say, and this is the first time in a long time, that I can say that PlayStation has a better free games lineup this month than Xbox.
Well, yeah, their lineup's been
but
sucking.
That might just be my own personal taste, but, like, I think Xbox One's getting a baseball game next month, and it's not any of the MLB 2K games, it's actually, like, some offshoot arcadey baseball game.
I don't know, that's crap. And I've been looking at buying Resident Evil, the HD, for as long as it's been released.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, I'm going to buy it. And then I'm like, I'm not going to buy it. So I'm really excited it's free. Plus, it's going into Halloween or October, which is, you know, Halloween-themed month.
Right.
And I think it's a good fit. So I pulled up Actual Sunlight because that's the one that pulled my attention the most.
Mm-hmm.
They say it is
most gamers never actually get sunlight. It's true.
That is a lie.
That is, I don't know if that's science, but possibly.
I have pale kids to prove it.
And I have tan skin to disprove it.
You work outside.
I still have tan skin.
Very
Just
true.
from your, like, the end of your t-shirt sleeves
Shush.
down. In your
That is so.
head.
Shush.
That's not fair. That's not. So, Actual Sunlight is a short interactive story about love, depression, and the corporation. The game puts you in the role of Evan Winter, a young professional in Toronto as he moves through three distinct periods of his life.
Hmm.
The story is linear, unavoidable, and, in parentheses, hopefully thought provoking. You experience his perceptions, fall under the consequences of his decisions, and meet everyone who didn't change him. So,
It sounds like a
it's
visual novel.
yeah, the genre is action, and it is rated a 74 from Metascore,
Hmm.
6.9 user score, and this is Metacritic's website.
Right.
Website. So I don't know, man.
Review aggregators can always be trustworthy with their review scores.
Well, they weren't fucking wrong about No Man's Sky, now were they?
We don't like to talk about No Man's Sky. That game doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't.
I mean, dude, less than 1,000 players on PC alone.
I was just reading that, man. That's crazy. Can you imagine the guys at Hello Games? They're like, man, we're gonna do great, and then like Steam starts giving people their fucking money back, and
Well, dude,
everybody who worked on it, his career's ruined. Like, oh man.
Steam's been doing refunds for a while now. It was like a big deal when Steam started offering returns or refunds.
I'm
But
sure
I
they
think they
did.
made some kind of special exception with No Man's Sky because of how big the game is.
Well, I knew they had a stipulation on gameplay time, I believe.
Yes, on Steam, if you want to get a refund, has to be within the first week that you purchase the game, and you have to have at least less than 2 hours of gameplay time on
Yeah,
on the
and
game.
That works great when you buy a game you think your wife might like, and then 10 minutes into it, she's like, "Yeah, I don't like this." And you're like, "Okay, let me send an email. Thanks."
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Or like with me, and like half the game's like, oh, I remember playing that. Let me download it. Oh, it doesn't want to run, even though it's an older game. This is a new computer, old technology. Fuck you. Okay, return. I'm not going through a 10-hour process where I have to go into my drivers, delete something from my drivers, then delete something from this file that's in a sub file, which is also a subfolder of some fucking executable in this game, just to get it to fucking run. Fuck you.
Now, going back to these free games for October, I've never really played a Resident Evil game.
Me either.
really.
And I tried to play the demo for the new one that's coming out, and I couldn't do it.
Well, this is a
You need
world.
to go to an older Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 1.
I used to watch my brother play it, but I never played it.
Well,
Now this-
the HD remake is of Resident Evil 1. You're in this mansion, and you're like this STARS task force, and you drop down to this mansion.
I think I played this one before, but I didn't like the camera because the camera just sits there and you walk around, right?
Yeah, it was fixed camera.
I think I played it and I really didn't like that. And then 4 was the one on GameCube, right?
Yes.
I played that and I was like, yeah, it's all right.
4 was like one of the most divisive Resident Evil games of history. It was the Wind Waker of Resident Evil.
Wind Waker is great.
Yeah, but you know how they had those people that were like, oh my god, he's too cartoony, oh my god, watercolors, oh my god, shoot yourself.
It actually added a lot to the game, and people didn't realize it until they finally actually played it. But what I'm really excited about is this Transformers game, because ever since it came out, I'm like, I want to buy that game.
I actually
I
played
love-
it. It's pretty fun. It's very fast paced.
Yeah, I love the original Transformers. That's what I grew up on. I want to play. Grew up on, not Groupon. I didn't Groupon any Transformers. Although if they're ever on Groupon, y'all let me know because I do collect Transformers.
I was about to joke and say he was at a convention and he Grouponed a Transformer on accident.
I'm a little
Probably
mad
so.
that y'all are joking on Groupon because I have looked there for all kind of stuff.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this. But I never did want to pay for it, so this is perfect.
This is perfect.
Well, I definitely plan on trying it out. I mean, first off, I always save free games in my library, but these two in particular, if I'm not mistaken, Devastation was something like a fighter, right?
It was a beat 'em up. It was actually made by Platinum Games, the same people that made Metal Gear Rising, Bayonetta, Bayonetta 2, Vanquish, etc., etc.
Okay, great.
So it's
So
very fast paced and very difficult.
that's actually sounds even funner. So I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I'm
it's not
hoping.
Dark Souls difficult, so that's at least a good thing.
You fight a big ass devastator, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds good to me. So, I mean, that's all I had for the flavor, man. I thought it was a good lineup. Hopefully, with this price hike, we continue to see good lineups.
Hopefully,
So it's a good start.
it is.
All right, who's got some more flavor?
I actually have two flavors to add this
Bid on,
week
bid on it.
because they're two little bitty things. First one I wanted to get out the way. Grand Theft Auto Online. It has a new free DLC coming out for those that have never played Grand Theft Auto Online. I know Jiff has. My girlfriend, not so much. She's played a little bit of it. And I don't know about you, Patrick.
I've done a
Okay.
heist. I've done a
Okay.
heist, and I bought an apartment
Okay.
with
So
a
you-
nice,
so you
with a
did-
sizable car garage.
You pretty
You
much
need to buy a trailer.
You've already done more than Jamie did.
I think all I did was like make a character and run around and hit people.
She made her character, and you did the race against Lamar.
Oh yeah. See,
Sorry to
I
hear
don't
that.
even remember what I did.
Well, that's literally the first thing you do after you make your character.
Yeah.
Anyway, the newest update DLC that's going to be free for Grand Theft Auto Online is called the Bikers DLC, which is coming out. It finally has a release date of October the 4th for PS4, PC, and Xbox One. The motorcycle-themed update promises new features, including on-bike melee combat, new weapons, modes, vehicles, a ranking system where people start as prospects and gain organizational prestige. And yeah, I cannot wait. They're also adding more motorcycles and a couple other things too.
Woo!
And you know, me being the big Sons of Anarchy fan that I am, I cannot wait to start my own MC.
So
It's gonna be a bunch of anarchists.
it's a PS4 you play on, right?
I actually play Grand Theft Auto Online on Xbox. It's like probably one of the only games I play on Xbox.
Well, never mind. I was gonna say I could be part of your biker gang, and
I was
it'd be
about to say if you're on Xbox,
yeah,
you
there's
could-
no hope for us to be in his game.
I was actually gonna say if you play on Xbox, you could like join my dad's because I'm pretty sure he's gonna call his the Dads of Anarchy.
hilarious.
But he
That's pretty
did
great.
before, like when him and my uncles would play together, they called themselves the Dads of Anarchy.
And I'm a dad, so hey, I'd fit
So,
right
yeah,
in.
There you go.
Are you also an anarchist?
No, like the boring old guy.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't all be winners.
So the
Now-
next,
Oh, let's give it up for Rockstar right quick. They put this game out along. Well, it's been over a year for sure. It's been a
Grand Theft Auto originally launched in October 2013 for the Xbox 360 and PS3, and then I think the following year it was ported to Xbox One, PC, and PS4. So
and they're still giving the game support
Oh,
for free.
dude,
it's like
yeah,
all
that's-
free, which is awesome.
Other companies can learn from that.
Well, I mean, not every company
EA.
makes a game that sells like 60 something million copies, which is
Yeah.
Motherfucker
ridiculous.
said,
But that's the thing about Rockstar. They know how to make games that last. Like, I'm pretty sure there's people that are still playing the Max Payne 3 multiplayer.
dude, I would sell half the games in my collection for a remastered Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, same here. Dude, Red Dead Redemption is probably my favorite Rockstar game of all time.
Probably so.
Mine's Vice City.
Also a good game.
Yeah.
Well, that's, I don't know. Do we really want to go down the list? Because we're just going to say, yeah, that was a good game. The whole way.
Yeah, pretty much. Except for
But yeah.
Chinatown Wars. But that was because Chinatown Wars was on handheld.
Another
Hashtag
thing,
Black sheep.
it shows that if you take the time and make like one super high quality game, that gives players endless options of what to do. You don't have to keep pushing them out every year, which they could, and
Assassin's
they probably
Creed.
still sell
And I
millions
mean,
of copies,
and
but
here's
they
the
could
thing.
release
And
the
here's the thing
one
they don't
thing.
even push is that they have microtransactions.
Oh, for the money and stuff?
Yeah, for the shark cards.
Dude, they push themselves. Have you played online for a period of time? You're like,
Yes.
shit, I've lost money so fast. Shit, that stuff is expensive. They push themselves. Trust me.
Pretty much. I'm just saying they don't go out of the way to make all their marketing about, hey, get this microtransaction, get instant money.
I mean,
Or like this Bakio release, they could have said, "Oh, $5," but
No.
no, they keep pushing them out for free, and it's always adding cool stuff.
EA, take notes.
Supercell.
EA's got unannounced games that already have DLCs scheduled to come out.
Don't remind me.
We have an unannounced game coming out in 2017, and you can get the DLC pack in January 2018. It's like, wait, what's the game? Well, we can't talk about it yet.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is amazing. EA does not disappoint. Jesus, they're always fun.
All right, let's go to the next flavor.
All right, this is an article that Patrick sent me earlier because if you paid attention to the Geek Gumbo YouTube channel, I did make a video, I think it was last week, playing Hearthstone online, and apparently there's going to be some changes coming to Hearthstone. There's going to be some nerfs. So the article reads, after weeks of increasing community concerns about Hearthstone growing stale and unbalanced, which I don't know how, but maybe that's just me, Blizzard has announced major changes incoming to a group of the game's most popular and overpowered cards. In a blog post on the official Hearthstone website, the developer explained that the recent addition of new cards with the One Night and Karazhan Adventure Pack led to the game's meta shifting and Blizzard reevaluating the part of older cards in the full set. Since classic and basic cards are part of the game's standard mode forever, the developer needs to pay special attention in keeping them balanced. Here is a list of the changes that are coming. The Rockbiter weapon. The Shaman staple spell gives any minion or the Shaman hero itself 3 extra attack for the turn on which it's played. That's not changing, but the mana cost is. Rockbiter weapon will soon cost 2 mana rather than 1. The Tusker Totemic, the Shaman-only minion, can summon any random totem when it's played. That includes totems such as the powerful Totem Golem, which provides incredible value when it shows up alongside the Tusker. No more, however. Moving forward, it will only summon basic totems, the same ones that can be summoned with the Shaman's hero power. This is one of the few cards being changed that's not from the basic or classic sets. It was introduced in last year's The Grand Tournament expansion. Call of the Wild. The Whispers of the Old Gods cards has helped hunters to dominate for most of 2016 by summoning 3 powerful minions with 1 spell. I'm guessing it's meaning the Hunter class, which, if so, I haven't run into any hunters with that card. Anyway, the core is staying the same, but it will increase in mana cost from 8 to 9. Blizzard said this change is intended to make the card still playable, but no longer an automatic inclusion in every hunter deck. And there's a couple more. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 more. Execute. This powerful spell has been a mainstay for warrior control decks since Hearthstone launch. It destroys any injured minion, and it will continue to do so, but at a slightly higher cost, 2 mana up from 1. Charge. The warrior spell was traditionally given a minion an extra 2 attack and charge, which means that it can attack the same turn that it's played for 3 mana. In its wildly different new form, it will only cost 1 mana, will give a minion charge without the bonus to attack, and will not allow the charging minion to attack the opposing hero that turn. In other words, no more using charge to close out a game with a sudden burst of damage. Which, yeah, that sounds like a move I would use. Now, this is actually a card that I have, the Abusive Sergeant. Blizzard says it's unhappy with how much aggressive and rush decks are running the game right now, and nerfing this card is part of fixing that. Abusive Sergeant is a 1-cost minion that gives another minion in play 2 extra attack for the turn. That's all good, but the Sergeant's stats are being reduced, so it only has 1 attack damage of its own rather than 2. Okay, that That doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't, but whatever. Yogg Saron, Hope's End. This is actually a card that was used on Deacon earlier. From the
Hi,
Whisper.
Deacon.
Whisper of the Old Gods Legendary. This Whisper of the Old God Legendary has been the center of controversy lately for seeing play in tournaments and swinging matches with pure randomness that cannot be sufficiently countered. The card is a 10-cost minion that plays one random spell at a random target for every spell cast previously in the game. Once these changes have gone through, Yogg Saron will quit casting spells if one of the spells it casts kills itself, silences itself, shuffles itself back into decks, and so on. That happens pretty regularly, so it should lower the likelihood of this minion completely swinging a game, which, yeah. I watched what it did to Deacon earlier. It is obnoxious.
Hi, Deacon.
And that's it. There's no date of when the update will go live, but yeah.
That's a pretty big patch.
Oh yeah.
And they,
I
I,
don't know,
mean,
man.
they see they have the data like on all the cards used, and they can see how it's used and all that. So if they think it needs to happen, obviously they got the data to support that.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying I disagree with pretty much any of these. Maybe the Abusive Sergeant, but then again, I have that card, but I hardly use it. I just use it for the +2 buff for a minion.
Sounds biased.
Hey man, if I got an 8/8 minion on the field and my opponent has 10 health left, and I play that Abusive Sergeant and get a +2 on it, and I win the game, I don't care about that. I don't care about the Abusive Sergeant. He can go fuck himself. He's an Abusive Sergeant.
That's what abusive sergeants do. They abuse.
Also makes you run for eating potatoes.
Yes, they also make you run for eating potatoes.
I digress.
So, Jamie, did you come prepared and bring any flavor tonight?
No,
Just-
I didn't.
Come on, Jamie, just spit on it.
What?
I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself to do this Easter egg in the Rise and Draco and Black Ops 3 Zombies.
What is the Easter egg? Why don't you tell us about it?
It's well, basically all the maps and the on before you start a game and you look at the maps, each map has a little icon in the bottom right corner, and so each map there's an Easter egg that if you do it, that icon will turn green. And it's basically a summoning key and 4 gate worms, they call them. And we have only gotten 1 gate worm, and that was on the Giant, which, I mean, is derived from World at War. We haven't gotten any of the other ones.
So what's the point of the gate worms? Like,
It's supposed to be something for the new map. Like, we
for
have
the new
to
one
do
that's
all...
coming out?
No, it's already came out.
Oh.
We have to get all these other pieces, like
All
Easter
these-
eggs, before we can even do the last one.
Oh, I see.
It's annoying.
But yet you still play it.
But in the I know, because I love zombies. Like, I
There ain't
love
nothing wrong with that.
Call of Duty Zombies. I don't really play multiplayer.
Oh.
I'd rather zombies.
Also, speaking of zombies, sorry to cut you off. World at War is now going to be backwards compatible for Xbox One.
Yeah, well, I don't have that, so...
I don't know. I figured I'd let people know. I figured I'd let
It's not-
inquiring minds know.
Try to announce it to the world. She's like, don't care. I ain't got it.
Bother.
Well, you know
I
what?
actually
you know what?
saw
Fuck all of you
that,
world.
I actually saw that earlier, and I was like, I don't care.
I'll just walk out and flip everybody off and say, you know what? Fuck you, world.
I strangely believe that, sir.
You already know
He
me.
would.
It's
You
true.
already know me, Jeff.
He would. It would happen. Oh, poor Nick.
But the Easter egg that we're trying to do on this map is it's the like a medieval castle that we're playing on, and you have to feed these dragon heads. You have to feed them zombies, and there's 3 of them. After you feed all 3, you get a bow, and there's bow upgrades. Each bow has there's 4 different types of upgraded bows you can have, and each one there's a different like
Power?
no
Ability?
well ability, but there's a different thing that you have to go through for each one of them.
Trial?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so which one is the trial where we sacrifice the virgin to a unicorn?
Mine.
Okay.
I usually use the soul bow, the shadow bow it's called, and I have to sacrifice crawlers.
Well, there you go.
It's pretty fantastic.
There's sacrificing in there, people.
Well,
Always good.
apparently when we get these certain pieces or whatever from around the map, we go to the teleporter and we go back in time and we see Dr. Monty, I think it is, or something, and all kind of stuff. Like, it's this big old drawn out thing they make you do.
Do you go back in time and assassinate Hitler before he takes power?
No.
Damn it. What good is that then?
It's none.
That would be a good game.
I mean, Sniper Elite V2, if you pre-ordered it, there was a mission to assassinate Hitler.
Oh.
And there was actually an achievement for assassinating him by shooting him in the testicles.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Was it a hidden trophy?
I don't know. It probably was.
At the end of Bionic Commando, I believe you fought Hitler.
No, I think it was one of the Wolfensteins.
No, it's Bionic Commando, the original on NES.
I didn't...
Don't make me Google this.
I'm pretty sure that it was a Wolfenstein game, but I mean, I could be wrong. I never played Bionic Commando, but I know, like, one of the Wolfenstein games, one of the old 2D Wolfenstein games, you fought a, like, mechanized version of Hitler.
Who
That's
sneezed?
amazing.
That was me.
Bless you.
Wow.
Thank you. I'm on, let's see. I don't want the map, I just want to know who the damn boss is.
He's really Googling it.
I am, because I want to say I remember, and they said damn in the game, and I thought that was so cool when I was a kid. I'm like, they cursed.
Oh my god, they said damn! It's just like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies where they kept saying damn.
Say
You know what?
fuck, it'd be
That's
more
before
exciting.
that's before you can say bitch on TV, though, man.
That was before
Yeah,
you could
now-
say oh my god on TV.
On TV now, they're saying pussy and all kind of stuff.
Are
Excuse,
they?
excuse
Yes.
my language.
I didn't catch that. What? Really?
Yeah.
Boy, that'll mess me up. Did you just say that?
I mean, hell, they can say shit on TV now.
But that's not really a
Babe,
bad word.
up until a few years ago, that was a word that you could not say on television.
Y'all remember you can't do that on television?
I do not remember that show.
Ah, I'm sold.
Yes,
That was
you
like
are.
early day Nickelodeon show.
Yes, at least you know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is. I just never watched it. I know it was Canadian.
What's going on with this Google, man? I want to know. Inquiring minds need to know.
They have like all the bosses and stuff, but it doesn't like say who the final boss is.
Did you not just Google final boss of Bionic Commando?
Who's got some music going? Oh, is that me? No.
Probably you. I don't hear any music.
I neither. Do I.
Somebody's got music.
I do not
Dude.
hear any music. Okay, you are right. It is a picture of Hitler. Yes.
Wow.
All it
That's
took was like 5 minutes. Google final boss and Bionic Commando. It was like the 5th thing that popped up.
Google
Well,
is your friend.
Yes, I'm a. They didn't have the internet when I was born. At least not as readily available as it is now. Sorry.
Beautiful. So, hold on, man. I feel like Patrick always tries to like skimp out on the flavor.
What?
Bring the flavor, Pat.
All right.
Hock a big one in it.
So I've talked about Humble Bundle before.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. So this week on Humble Bundle, I'm late looking it up because I usually look it up on Tuesday when they put it out. They're doing another one where where you can develop games. This one they have Click Team Fusion 2.5 that you get with your Humble Bundle. You can get the standard edition and when you pay $1 or more, and it comes with 5 games. And 2 of the games you get the source code. $7 or more, you get the program exporter for Windows, where you can export for Windows phones, tablets, or the Xbox.
So basically, it's a Humble Bundle game dev kit.
Yeah, and they do a lot of them because I look out for them. Cause,
I remember that one you sent about Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son said he wants to make video games when he grows up, so being a parent that, will try and help him live whatever dreams he wants, I always look out for this kind of stuff.
Get him that an RPG maker.
Yeah. And I want to try and learn how to use this shit too. If you do $7 or more, you get the Windows exporter and you get 4 more games, including Five Nights at Freddy's 3, which he's excited about because he likes those crappy games. But that game was made using the Click Team Fusion. And 2 of those games you get the source code, and if you pay $15 or more, you get the Mac editor, the Install Creator Pro, which I would have to look on that to see exactly what it does, the HTML5 exporter. So I guess you can make the browser-based games.
Right.
And you get the developer edition of the thing, which I have no clue what that does.
It probably gives you access to developer tools and stuff like that.
Yeah, then you get the iOS exporter and Android, so that covers all your phones.
Damn.
And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4 games at that level, and 2 of them have their source code.
What a deal.
That's a pretty good deal for budding game developers.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago they had the Game Maker, the Yo-Yo Games one. Like I've seen that before, and I did that one, and at $15 you got all kind of crap. So it's always good. I check it on Tuesdays. They update, and they're by no way giving me money for this because that'd be cool.
Wouldn't it?
That'd be cool to get sponsored by Humble Bundle.
They also
doesn't all the money they make go to like charity and shit like that?
So there's when you pay for it, you get to choose where your money goes. You can
right, okay.
Whoever the developer is of the software, they'll get a portion. Humble Bundle gets a tip. You can tip them nothing, or you can tip them a bigger percent, and they also have charity. So I usually kind of split mine between the developer and the charity, and then give Humble Bundle a little tip because hey, they're bringing it to us, so why not?
Right.
But they also have a jumbo bundle, which is a bunch of Steam games. And then going on right now, they do it for books, mobile games, and they also have their monthly Humble Bundle, which they'll show you like you could look at the past ones. And it's $12 a month, and you get a handful of games, and they're at least valued over $100.
Wow!
Cool.
And they're all PC games.
PC Master Race.
Well, it's true.
So see, I had a flavor ready. It's been up on my screen for about a half an hour now, just waiting for my turn to talk.
You just activated his trap card, bitch.
Triggered. Jesus.
All right, so now we're going to get into the main topic, right?
Yeah, here we go.
The main ingredients of this gumbo pot. And I expect more Jamie in this.
Spit in it good this time.
I'll try.
So we're going to talk about what releases we have for the rest of the fall, and whether we think they'll disappoint or not.
They will. I'm just going to spoiler alert.
I have some faith in Mafia 3.
Well, let's go. Well, I got the list pulled up, so I'm going to go down, and I'll just name games that I feel is notable. So if I forget a game that you like, then...
Well, before you got in, we like basically narrowed it down to like Call of Duty, Titanfall, Battlefield 1, Final Fantasy 15, Mafia 3, Was there anything else that we missed that I'm like not remembering, Jeff?
I got it.
Nah,
I got it. Watch. Y'all ready?
All right, here we go.
bring it on.
All right. First notable game that it releases is Mafia 3 on October 7th.
I think it's gonna be solid.
It is. I have a lot of faith in that game.
It looks like they put a lot of work into it, and I think that game will not disappoint.
I'm pretty sure it won't either.
Now, for clarification, we're definitely speaking disappointing as games and not numbers wise, because some games like a No Man's Sky could be utter disappointments,
Right.
still sell. So, just a little clarification there.
Anybody like some Paper Mario Color Splash? Comes out the same day.
I have never played a Paper Mario game ever.
I actually heard this one is looking really, really good,
I heard
and some of them are pretty clever.
I heard the last Paper Mario game was pretty disappointing.
Yeah, it was, but this one supposedly they fixed a lot of stuff, but yeah, just not into them like I used to be. All right, so the next game comes out 4 days later, Gears of War 4 on October 11th. So y'all forgot about Gears of War.
I didn't forget about Gears of War.
Just
Yeah,
wasn't
I
no.
forgot about Gears of War.
I've never played a Gears of War.
I've
So,
played all of them but Judgment.
Same here.
I've never played them.
I feel like 4 is going to feel a little forced. Because if you've played Gears of War 3, it should have just ended there.
Well, they wanted to make more money.
I was
Well,
just
that's
about
where you
to
make
say that.
spin-offs.
Hashtag no.
Yes! Yes!
Konami. You
Spin-offs
don't
are
make
not
spin-offs.
always a good thing.
I saw an article today. They're considering making Gears of War into an RTS.
Listen,
Well,
You can't tell me
Yeah.
that's not a good idea.
listen, Konami.
Hey,
That can
fuck
blow
you.
up real fast. Next thing you know, you have my entire childhood falling of a fucking wormhole so you can go and kill zombies.
Yeah, but this isn't your fucking childhood because you never played fucking Gears of War.
Which is why I don't care what they do with it.
Thank
Just
you.
saying. Oh, Jesus.
No,
that
I
happened.
feel Gears of War 4 is really forced, and I don't think it's gonna I think it's gonna disappoint a lot of like diehard Gears of War fans. But like casual players will probably be like, "Oh, it's pretty good."
From what I heard, they're supposed to go more back to the horror thing, like scarier,
Like the first
Stuff
one was.
like the first one was. I couldn't. I had bought Judgment. I just couldn't get into it. So
Same
I
here.
played. I had bought 3 and then decided I finally played my copies of 1 and 2. So I like beat all 3 of them in a row.
Nice.
And I like the third one the best because you could actually see it. Because the first 2 are so dark, and not dark as in scary, dark as on the screen.
Yeah.
It's hard to see the shit. And the third one just had lights everywhere, and I'm like, wow, I could tell where I'm going.
This is-
But all were very good games. Very good games. All
I
right,
don't
so same day. You were going to say something, Jeff?
No, I was just going to reiterate the point that I can't chime in. But if it's anything like Nick says, sorry, guys. Because people seem to like disappointing us this year.
All right. The same day, October 11th, WWE 2K17.
It is a sports simulator, so you
Should be good.
You should know what you're getting into.
Right.
Like if you play NBA 2K, guarantees
Even last
you.
year's WWE 2K game.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be certain improvements and certain tier improvements, right?
Mhm.
And then you're going to update the visuals, and it's going to be the same shit as last year.
I don't think it's going to disappoint, but then again, it's not going to blow people's minds away either.
That is perfectly said.
Now this next one is 100% because I'm interested in the game for my kids. Dragon Quest Builders. It's like Dragon Quest Minecraft.
I literally just heard
That
of this
sounds
game.
cool.
It looks really like cute, if that's a word a man could say.
Well, I mean,
Um,
I love the Dragon Quest games because I love Akira Toriyama's art style.
It looks a lot like Minecraft. But I've seen it being played, and they have like you have to build towns. Like it makes you do more of quest stuff. Like you have to have a certain thing, and
Okay.
when you build a room, it has to have certain stuff in it for it to be considered a room.
Hmm.
So it has some more,
More
RPG-ish elements to it.
That
So I mean,
sounds
that seems
cool.
interesting,
That does sound cool.
and I think that could pretty much. I think that'll be pretty good.
I can't really chime too much in on it because I haven't seen any like gameplay or anything on it. When I say I just heard about this game, I literally just heard about this game like maybe yesterday.
I didn't hear about it until just now, and it sounds cool.
Yeah, the premise of it sounds pretty cool. So
I'd like to
hopefully it
say
does not.
that is the first game we mentioned so far that Jamie has talked on. So
Well,
piqued her interest.
Mafia 3, like, it looks cool and all, but I probably won't play it. So,
Understandable.
all
What's
right. So
next,
then the 13th is PlayStation VR and all the games that come with that.
Ooh.
Boy, you just opened the fucking can of worms.
No, she didn't.
Uh,
But that's because
I
I
don't-
have my phone on.
So, anyway, I don't know, man.
I kind of figured.
I want to say that it's gonna come out and it's gonna be good, but I know over time
What?
it's gonna
I
need work.
completely missed what we were talking about because my sister, who completely forgets every week that I do this,
How does she forget?
well,
was
she's
on
just
it.
like, "Are you coming down for dinner?" It's like it's Wednesday. What time is it?
The girl strikes again.
So
Tell her I gave her a shout out.
So what
but-
game were we talking about?
We talk about PlayStation VR and all their games that come out on October 13th.
Oh,
And do you
boo!
think that will disappoint?
I think it'll be all.
I will probably
So.
wait for it since I didn't pre-order it. But I'm kind of excited to see what the VR is gonna be like.
I have no interest whatsoever. In
Yeah,
VR.
we know. We know.
Now, I think the people who make the investment, I think they'll be a little bit disappointed by the lack of the depth in the games they'll be getting to begin with. But I think,
Oh yeah, because it's a new platform launching, so you can't
I think
expect everything
Batman
up
is
front.
gonna be pretty awesome on it.
yeah, but it's supposed to be just like an hour, and that's it.
What?
So I mean, because it's it's a VR experience. I think Batman's only gonna be $20.
See, and that's the thing. Another thing with VR games is they're not going to be able to make them that long because people, motion sickness, and all kinds of other shit that come involved with stuff like this.
The first game you'll get that's gonna be like a full-fledged. I'm playing this for hours with this VR thing, and I just puked my guts. And when I took it off, I fell through my living room couch and landed in hell. Is going to be Resident Evil because that game 7 because you're supposed to be able to play the entire game in VR if you want to. Not sure if that's going to work well or not, but
The
That's gonna
listeners
be like the
already
first
know my
huge
feelings
game.
on virtual reality, so all I'm going to say is this. Did you people not learn anything from Sword Art Online or Dot Hack Sign? I'm just saying.
Do you have to be so negative all the time?
Hey, I tried to be positive with the Kinect, and look where I ended up with a hunk of junk that I spent $150 on that isn't even worth the $150 I spent on it.
Oh,
Listen.
shit happens. You can't take it with you when you die.
I
Listen.
think over time VR will go to something that we will all end up using all the time and be like, this is so amazing.
I think
But
so.
for the launch, I think it's going to take some time before.
I still
They
think
actually
it's going to go
figure
the
it
way
out.
of Kinect and the Dodo. It's just going to eventually end up extinct and another notch in gaming fads.
I disagree. I think that it's gonna stick around, but I think that whatever we're gonna get in October is not what you're gonna have years from now. Make sense?
We'll see.
Yes, I get what you're saying. All right, so let me go down this list and look for the next notable game. Battlefield 1, October 21st.
Day one, server issues.
That's fair.
That's every That's not even being unfair. That is every fucking EA game for the history of time in online gaming.
That's like saying, hey, I'm going to go to Popeyes and I bet you there's going to be grease on the chicken. Of course there's going to be grease on the chicken. Of course Dude, you're not connecting to that shit day one.
Fuck
You might
no.
not connect day two. But eventually, the game will be Battlefield. And
I think it's not gonna. It won't disappoint just because of how different it's trying to set itself, or how it's trying to set itself apart from other shooters that have been coming out this year and years past.
I think
I
the
mean-
game will be good, but I think once again Call of Duty will outsell it.
Yeah, it will.
of course it will. It's got the
It's got the
fucking
Modern
Modern-
Warfare remaster in it. Of course, it's gonna outsell it. But
But-
here's the thing, though: Battlefield won't outsell Call of Duty on the console market. They'll outsell it on the PC. I don't know if any of y'all have ever tried to play any of the modern Call of Duties on PC. Multiplayer on PC for like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and shit can be a ghost town.
Really? I did not know that. I have not played any Call of Duty.
Well,
on PC.
exactly. I've never played any of them either. I've watched people like try to, like the guy Angry Joe, when he did his Call of Duty Advanced Warfare review, he was trying to capture, multiplayer matches, and he just could not find people. And this was like literally on launch day.
Well, that's
Well-
no fun.
That's because everybody's playing it on console.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make, sweetie.
Oh, I don't pay attention.
Of course you don't.
All right. Civilization 6. Anybody down with PC?
I am down with PC,
Great
not with
day.
Civilization.
I
I've
don't
heard
do
things
PC
from other-
games.
But I haven't looked it up to be able to give you a fair answer.
All right. The next one this is another one that I don't know how all y'all feel about this, but I think this is another cute game for my kids. World of Final Fantasy comes out October 25th.
It's Pokemon Final Fantasy. I'll probably give it a try.
Is it like Pokemon? Because I have no clue. What do you do?
capture, basically from what I've read, you capture monsters and you do battle with monsters.
Okay, I just knew it was Final Fantasy characters who were short and had big heads. They look like pop figures running around.
Yeah.
Well, that sold me. So, if they steal the entirety of the Pokemon games, they'll be fine.
I
Not
mean,
even a
it's
problem.
Final Fantasy. I mean,
It's just if it's Pokemon Final Fantasy, it's just going to be like people who like Final Fantasy. Any Final Fantasy is just going to come over and play.
it's either that or people that are
Anyway.
looking for the next game like that on console to follow up Ni no Kuni.
So
'Cause
I guess
that's-
that's saying it won't.
That's how Ni no Kuni played. You captured monsters and you trained them and you fought with them. Except it was all cute and cuddly and animated by Studio Ghibli and Hayao Miyazaki.
Oh
course it was.
yeah. Anybody care about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2?
I have a feeling
It-
that will be disappointing.
It will be. I feel like it's going to be the same level of disappointing as the other one was.
Exactly.
As the first one.
And
I
just
feel
like EA, day one server issues.
Dude, that was probably the worst server issues I ran
Oh,
across.
dude, it was
What,
awful,
last year.
especially on PS4.
Oh my
Xbox
God.
One, it was a little bit better, but PS4 got boned.
Jesus.
People are probably gonna hate me for saying this, but I'm kind of over Dragon Ball.
That's all right. I didn't need to know your opinion anyway.
You want to make it worse? I never got into Dragon Ball.
That's not surprising.
At least I'm not
because of your
alone.
age.
Well, yeah. I mean, like at your age, what the
Like-
fuck were y'all watching?
When 30-something,
The Transformers.
when mid to late 30-something-year-olds tell me they couldn't get into Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or Dragon Ball Z, I don't get mad because I understand it's before your time or it's after your time. Sorry.
Right. That's when I was quit watching TV and playing games
Right.
and was trying to have intercourse.
Exactly.
So, not
So I-
successfully. So,
It wasn't like
I probably should have went home and watched Dragon Ball instead of trying to go
You
out
probably
and shit.
should have. You could have learned some moves from Master Roshi.
Hey,
Hey,
he's
fucking
smooth, dude.
GoldenEye. GoldenEye was the shit. GoldenEye kept me out of clubs. All right. Titanfall 2, October 28th.
Disappointment.
I
Disappointment.
I think it'll do a little bit better than Titanfall 1, but yeah,
Oh, that's saying
it'll still be outshined by Call of Duty and Battlefield.
well, there was no. I didn't think there was anything wrong with Titanfall.
The first one?
I played it on PC.
Mm-hmm.
The first
For that
one.
2 weeks where people played it?
No, I played it after everybody else played it. Like,
So then you were by yourself.
There's a dedicated fan base to it, but it's not. It's trying to be a mainstream shooter in a world where
it kind of reminds me, in a way, of that Crisis.
Crisis.
Yeah.
I never played the multiplayer for Crisis, so
Well, I didn't either because
I thought you did.
Oh yeah,
You
I
did.
did. All right.
I remember you
The
telling
only
me
difference is they don't have the suits.
they don't have the nano suit.
Yeah.
They just have giant ass mechs.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's kind of like Pacific Rim, in a way.
But I had Titanfall 2 pre-ordered, and then I forgot to pre-order For Honor, so I took it off and pre-ordered For Honor.
Yeah, definitely can't wait for that one. No, I think Titanfall 2, it's going to have its moment in the sun, just like Titanfall 1 did, but then it's just going to fade. It'll have its dedicated fans, but it's going to fade.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like when I played the the beta,
Oh,
it wasn't a bad game.
No, it wasn't. It's something you just sit there and be like, I will probably never have interest playing this.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know how well that'll go over for a long period of time or anything like that.
Right.
All right.
What else you got,
Same day, they have the Skyrim Special Edition, in case you missed it.
I already got the Gold Edition pre-ordered.
What?
I mean, can they really disappoint?
No.
that was
not
more
really.
informative. In case you missed it,
that was more
here it is
like,
again.
Hey,
Okay,
by
yeah,
the way, in
you're
case
right.
you forgot, this is coming out too on that same day.
Just like the Assassin's Creed Ezio trilogy coming out in November.
I haven't got that far yet. Okay, that was the last game on my list for October. Now we're entering November. And it starts with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, November 4th.
Ugh.
I feel like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is going to be a disappointment, but it's going to still sell well. And the fact that it's got Modern Warfare Remaster is the reason why it's not going to sell poorly.
So
I think... You go, Jeff. You go.
his exact last sentence. That was my question. Like, do y'all think that you pull that bundle away, it sells?
No.
No.
I say they have such a dedicated fan base, and this game sells every single year, that it's going to sell regardless. And I think you bundle in the Modern Warfare because you know it's going to sell, and I think they think they have something special in their hands, and they wouldn't put that in there if they didn't think that. So I think this one's actually going to surprise a lot of people
They
and be really
basically,
good.
for once, pulled their heads out of their collective asses.
Like they got the space stuff. You can float around, bust people's masks, and they die. Like I think they're actually going to have something really special on their hands, and we just...
All they're doing is taking everything that they did in Advanced Warfare and just adding shit to it. That's all
You could
they're
have
doing.
space combat
They
in planes.
had space zombies in Advanced Warfare.
Nobody plays the zombies but you.
No, a lot of people play the zombies.
Okay,
Jeez.
baby, let me rephrase that. There's more people that play Call of Duty for the multiplayer than the zombies.
Well, and a lot of people like the single player too. So I think the single player is really going to shine on this.
It's a wait and see for me.
It is a wait and see, but I think we're just guessing, and I think yes.
We're pretty much just jumping the gun saying that, it's going to be shit, when it's probably more than likely gonna just surprise the hell out of us and not be shit.
And I think I will not put in the Infinite Warfare disc for at least a month because I'll be playing Modern Warfare.
Same.
So, do y'all think that it's gonna surprise you because the expectations are so fucking low?
Yes.
That's usually how it goes, isn't it?
Right. I mean, you got games that are so hyped up, like
No Man's,
No Man's Sky, and when you get it, they don't live up to it at all. But then when there's a game, you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be crap. Look at this," and then you play it, and you're like, "Wow, this is the shit." It may not be, X amount good, but it surprises you so much that it's gonna get people talking and get people buying,
Well,
not returning.
I guess there's the wait and see approach here.
Yep. And
Is anything brave enough to release that day?
Football Manager
football-
17.
oh,
which I
holy
believe-
shit! Everybody, back the fuck up.
I'm googling that to see what this is.
Football
Is
Manager.
it like? Is it like? Right? Is it
Oh,
like EA
it's soccer.
Coach? Oh, beautiful.
It's the Soccer Manager one. I thought they spelled football like us Americans spell it. No, it's just FOOTBOL. BALL. You got me.
Damn.
Okay.
So they're trying to sucker people in.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
not
then 6 days after that, PlayStation 4 Pro. Not a game release, but we can still say that people will probably be disappointed.
You just hear it all the way in the background. Who gives a fuck?
People are gonna buy it. Don't kid
Then
yourself.
we'll keep
People
going.
are gonna buy it, but there's gonna be other people like me who are like, my PlayStation 4 works fine. Fuck off.
Yeah, because my non-4K TV needs a fucking upgraded PlayStation 4.
Right.
Anyway, keep going.
Dishonored 2, November 11th.
I have the collector's edition pre-ordered.
I like how she gets in there first when it's something she knows she wants.
I mean, hey, she's
Dishonored 2, I got the
about it.
collection pre-ordered.
I'm excited.
Mine.
It looks awesome. And that's actually my first collector's edition game that I'm actually buying. Aww. I know.
Nice.
I think somebody ought to fork up and pay that for you.
So I'm not gonna go there, but I think
You don't want to
that
go there either.
for your collector's edition money, it better not be disappointing.
Yeah, it better not be.
Yeah, I hope not. If not,
can't-
then oh well.
I can't do those big collector's editions. Like, they're just too rich for my blood, even though I do have the Mortal Kombat one.
Thank you.
But if they ever did some shit like that with Zelda, oh
This
my
is
God.
coming from the person who has.
I'm saying he was saying he doesn't do collector's editions.
I know, but you have a ton of boxes.
I'm not
in your
knocking
closet.
them. I'm not knocking collector's editions. I love collector's editions. I haven't bought one in a while.
Do you want to know how excited I was for Mortal Kombat 9?
I can bet that you
Did you
probably wet yourself, defecated on yourself, rolled around in it, and then wet yourself and defecated yourself again.
That sounds like his typical Saturday night.
So I bought the. How did you know?
I mean,
I
I
have
the collector's
cameras.
edition with the bookends.
I
with,
actually have
Scorpion,
those in my
Sub-Zero.
closet.
I bought that for the PlayStation, and then for the Xbox, I bought the big bundle that came with the arcade stick.
Nice.
So I covered two systems
Very nice.
because I love Mortal Kombat.
I mean,
Not
hey,
that good in it anymore because I can't run this combo stuff because I ain't got time to memorize or practice that shit. If you ever play me
Who
in Mortal
does?
Kombat 9 or 10, it
professional
looks like
tournament
I'm
fighters.
straight out of Mortal Kombat 2.
Huh?
Professional tournament fighters have time to memorize that shit.
Fuck that, man. I don't.
Tell that to their
I just
six.
press buttons.
Tell that to their
and hope it
six-figure
goes well.
payday.
Right?
Right? $300,000 Overwatch pool going on.
I mean, hey, in a fighting tournament, you don't got to split that shit because you're all solo, baby.
Yep. Ain't
You
no
ain't got a
six-man
team
team.
to split that 300 grand with.
You just
That's
got to pay your
amazing.
mama back from the money you stole out of her purse so you could afford to rent that room in Vegas.
There you go.
Patrick
X.
knows.
Next release on November 11th, I think is the biggest release of the entire holiday season. Nintendo NES Mini. This
That-
thing
That
will not disappoint at
No,
all.
it
Dude,
will
I don't
not.
know if that's going to be the biggest release here because everything's been released, but it'll definitely be the least disappointing on
I
the
can
list.
definitely say this would be a very high note to end the episode on.
We got so many games left.
Well, I kind of wanted to cut it off around November because with the time limit for Jeff and his mom's birthday and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let
That'd
me
be great.
squeak through and tell you how many I got left in November,
Happy
and
birthday,
then you can
Mama,
decide if
Mama
we go.
Hentai.
1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 more left for November if we want to hurry up and finish it.
All right, let's do
Let's
like a
let's do those.
a little fucking the round.
Just
Shoot.
say thumbs up or thumbs down if we think it'll be good or not.
Okay.
Or disappointed, not disappoint. Watch Dogs 2,
Thumbs
November
down.
15th.
Disappointing.
Assassin's Creed, the how do you say the E word?
Ezio.
Ezio collection.
Thumbs
Sorry,
up.
I've never
Thumbs
got into
up.
those either.
It's a remastered. You know what you're gonna get into. It's
Thumbs
fine.
up.
See, I might need to try that then.
You should, because the Ezio games are like the best Assassin's
good.
Creed games out there.
They're good games, dude.
All right, Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
I think they'll be good also. They don't mess around with their Pokemon.
Hell no.
No, they do not.
And last one in November that we're going to talk about, Final Fantasy 15.
2 thumbs up. If I had a third arm, I'd give it a third.
I think
Wow.
it's going to be a disappointment
I don't think so.
Explain yourself.
because I think the hype behind this game is too big, and I don't think it's going to live up to it.
So, what about somebody from me who knows a bit about it but hasn't like lived in the hype? You know, like I feel like it's gonna be a good game, but I'm looking at it to be just another Final Fantasy coming out. Nothing super mind blowing.
I mean,
I th-
they're switching the battle system up on it to a more Kingdom Hearts style battle system. That's why I'm hyped, because no offense to Final Fantasy 13, all 3 of them, even though they were shit.
They were shit.
That battle system was fucking garbage. Same thing with Final Fantasy 12's battle system.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about the blue lines.
Yeah, we don't talk
And
about
one more.
the blue lines here, Square Enix. We don't talk
One more
about
with no date November, The Walking Dead Season 3.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Cannot. I'm gonna give that one a thumbs up because even though I haven't played the second season,
I haven't finished it.
the first season of the Walking Dead Telltale game, it made me cry, and it was so good I stopped playing games for the rest of the year
Wow.
Wow.
because I did not.
I cannot touch another game.
I seriously did that. Like I had Far Cry 3 just sitting on my shelf, and I was like, no, I'm not touching it because I do not want to have a bad gaming experience to just put a smear on my experience that I had with the Walking Dead Telltale game.
It's not gonna be disappointing at all.
Oh hell no.
Telltale makes good games, and
They
I
do.
cannot talk.
Yeah.
and since we're doing this so quick, we're going to finish the year because there's only like 3 more.
Bring it on.
Super Mario Maker 3DS.
Meh. Thumbs
Meh.
down.
Yeah,
Mario is fucking awesome. Thumbs up here.
yeah. I don't know. I don't
Dead
know.
Rising 4,
Thumbs up.
December 6th.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
That probably will be good. And the last one, The Last Guardian, December 6th.
The Last Guardian.
Hold on.
I'm actually gonna say thumbs down until I see reviews.
I'm gonna do a thumb in the middle because I don't.
A thumb in the middle. Jesus.
She
That's
doesn't
pretty
know
amazing.
what the Last
I
Guardian
feel sorry
is.
for you, Nick, taking that thumb to the middle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Not gonna lie,
It's not my
I
bad,
didn't-
baby.
I didn't know what it was either. So I'm googling that shit. And
That's the with the bird dog.
It's the
Yeah, I'm looking at
spiritual
it now.
successor to
Ico.
Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Game
I've
been in
seen this.
development for like 400 years.
Yeah.
It's No Man's Sky.
For the people who's been waiting on it, I think it definitely will disappoint.
I'm pretty sure it will. Because when they showed it off, I think at like Tokyo Game Show or something like that, or one of the game expos earlier this year, people were like, "What the hell is this?" Because the graphics were like still PlayStation 2 generation graphics.
Oh, jeez. Well, just based on that, thumbs down. Good luck.
I mean, it could change. It could change because it's been several months. You never know.
They
Dude,
did.
December.
They did delay it a few more times.
Right.
I was just about to say December's so far off. All of those games can be delayed.
Exactly.
So I don't know. If they don't feel it's right, they have time. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully none of these games disappoint because I've had way too many
It's been a
disappointments
very
this year.
disappointing year.
Yes, it has.
Was Metal
So-
Gear 5 this year? Because that was really good.
Metal Gear 5 was last year.
Oh yeah, it was
The game-
September of last year.
Yeah.
So
Game
drunk.
privilege.
I don't drink. Sorry. Well, that has been it for this episode, number 11 of Geek Gumbo. I'm Patrick. Everybody else say bye.
Everybody
ahead,
else
Nick.
say bye.
Bye.
Bye.